The real power of our GIS software is in its capability to help us or help support spatial analysis and in the geoprocessing tools that do the spatial analysis. Up until now in this course, we have spent a lot of time exploring the basics of the software, the basics of the user interface, all the different elements of the ArcGIS platform, looking at some basic queries and managing our data. Now we're going to start using GIS probably for the reason you started taking this course, to help us understand patterns and trends in our data. The results from these analyses, ideally, are going to help support your decision making or just provide you more information to learn more about an area. We're starting to look at this spatial analysis. So when we're talking about spatial analysis, we're looking at location information, attribute information, and the relationships in your spatial data through using different geoprocessing tools that we have. Analytical techniques, all these things together can help you gain insights about your data and help you solve those problems. We'll also look this week at some of the most common analyses when we think about spatial data. So there's a whole series of analyses that most GIS projects fit under. So I encourage you, when you're looking through this lecture, to think about your final project. What are you thinking about doing? Where does it fit? What category does it fit in? We'll also, over the next couple weeks, be reviewing the most common geoprocessing tools. So there are about, I think, 5 tools we'll be covering over the next couple weeks that are the most common tools that you'll probably use most frequently. So the lecture is really going to review the different categories of geoprocessing tools that help support our spatial analysis, so specific things we can do to complete our analyses. And while you're doing this, you're going to find out pretty quickly that any GIS project does not just start with you opening a tool, hitting run, and your results spit out. So some of the tools we start looking at are data extraction tools. These are tools that are going to help you prep your data, get it all clean and organized for your analysis before you actually get started. So what does this mean, data preparation? Well, think about this. What if you have data for the entire state of California, and you just want to pull out the information that's relevant to San Diego County? How are you going to do that? What about if you have 100 years of wildfire data in San Diego County, but you just want the 2010 wildfire season? What if there's a misspelling and it's classifying one of your land uses wrong because someone spelled residential 2 different ways? How do you fix that? What if you have, that same list of land uses and you have, you just want to divide it between open space and developed land? How would you combine all those land use classes? Some of these tools you can use that you learned when we were learning about queries, but other tools you will pull from your data extraction tools, things like clip and dissolve. These are great tools to help you get started on your analysis, and great tools that you'll probably use a little bit in your final project somehow. The last thing you'll cover in this exercise is looking at ModelBuilder. ModelBuilder is a great tool in our GIS programs that allow you to construct these visual workflows where you're linking together all sorts of different geoprocessing tools to have them run in order. So it's starting you on the path toward automation of your processes, but it really gives you that visual representation of your tools. So those of you that are visual learners may like ModelBuilder a lot. Otherwise, let me know if you have any questions as we start diving into spatial analysis.